Hello and welcome to my channel PawfectPastimes. My name's Amanda, my friends call me Amo, and I live in Dorset in the southwest of England with my husband and my 3 dogs, who are all asleep because they've just had breakfast. The dogs, not John. He's at the hygienist. I hope you're having a good new year. I've said it so many times now. We're almost at the point where we don't say it anymore, aren't we? I've got quite a few plans. I did talk about them in the bit in between Christmas and New Year, and I've started to move some along. First of all, I'd like to welcome you if you're a new viewer. It's very nice to have you here. I have had quite a interesting year. Yes, a whole year. I have been blogging 1 year tomorrow on YouTube. I used to do a proper written blog before. So I have nearly 1,000 viewers come to join me. Thank you very much. I've made 54 videos. There's 4,000 hours have been watched. Most of you are over 55. Join the club. Thank you for being here. Most of you are ladies. There are 1 or 2 chaps. Hello. 41% of you are in the UK, which is lovely. I might bump into you one day, you never know. 14% of USA, and a lot of you are also from Canada, Australia and Germany, of all places, and then the rest of the world. So you're all welcome. It's nice to know that you're at the end of my little camera. 53% of you subscribe. So that's quite a large number who don't. You just randomly watch. It's quite a strange phenomenon that I think most podcasters seem to have as well. It's not just my channel. So if you feel like you might like to join me more often, don't forget to like and subscribe. Just press the bell thing down the bottom. Because I'm coming up to 1,000 and I am at a year, I didn't know if I should do a gifting for the birthday or for the 1,000 subscribers, and I decided to do it for the 1,000 subscribers when I get there. If you take time out of your day to sit and watch me blathering on, then I'd like to just show my appreciation. A year's here, neither here nor there really. So I'm very grateful that you're here, and I will be doing a gifting once the number's gone over 1,000 and settled there, because we used to most times you get subscribers and it shoots up and then it comes down a little, and it will shoot up and come down a little. It's quite a peculiar thing to watch. Don't get too excited too often. Okay, I will start with what I'm wearing, which is my Koya May. There's plenty of footage on this on another podcast I did before in the end of the last year. It's the one with the lovely cables down the sleeve and the little cable down the side. I have a finish, as you can see behind me. Clarice is wearing a lovely neck piece dicky, they call them. This is called the Note Rib Neck, and it's Lena Horn Samso. I had the yarn to do the Black Sheep Wools Betwixtmas, but my head wasn't really in the space over Christmas for doing such an intricate bit of lace work. It wasn't intricate, it wasn't difficult, I just didn't have the headspace to do it. So I found this one to do, which is just rib. It needs blocking. It hasn't been blocked, but I have been wearing it. You do a back and a front rib, and then you join them with a saddle shoulder, and then you do the collar. I haven't done as deep a collar as the pattern suggests, because I don't have a long neck. I have too many double chins to make my neck long and elegant. But it is nice to wear, and it's been on a few trips for me. It's very soft. It is Vivacious, Fibre Space Vivacious 4-ply in 624 Heavenly, held with Kid Silk Haze 00592, also called Heavenly. So they must have been cooperating on that one, I think. Yes, it's very soft to wear. and very easy to wear. You can just pop it under any coat. So that's been having a few outings. Another little finish I had is from a pattern that I've had on my desk for such a long time, months and months and months. And it's from the Woodland Collection by Claire Garland, Mouse on a Pear. It's a little dormouse on a pear. Sorry about the coffee stains. Now, I've been meaning to do this for such a long time, so I sat down and watched some golf and got some yarn out and just made him. He's got such a funny little expression. It wasn't the easiest of patterns. It was fiddly. It wasn't very well written pattern, to be fair. There was not many illustrations or photos. The front forelegs were totally different in the pictures to what she was saying to do on the pattern. There was quite a few comments about it in Ravelry, so I just made it up as I went along in the end. I won't be doing it again. I wouldn't recommend trying it, but it's such a cute little dormouse on a pear. When we first moved here, the lady who lived in the house next door said we used to have dormice in the hedge line between properties. Probably long gone by now, but we've got quite a few trees they could be in if we ever tried to look. But they're such a secretive, sleepy little animal. So I've got my own on a pear, and you can sit there and watch now. I have been getting on with my Soulful Sierra blanket. I've done another couple of 3 rows. But I also had the Gift of Christmas by Anita Gibson, I'll put the name here, that I was starting before Christmas. It was a crochet along with little blocks that look like parcels and presents. I can't say I was enjoying it. My heart wasn't in it. And I had all this yarn and I was dreading putting all the yarn. Oh my gosh, I got a bullfinch just come to my feeder. That's very exciting. Oh, that was lovely, a little female bullfinch. Yes, I was dreading having all this new yarn put into my stash because I'm trying to de-stash, trying to get rid of so much stuff. And then I saw that Lucy at Attic 24 was starting her new cast on for a new blanket called the Canal Boat. So I gathered all the yarns, I went upstairs and had a rummage and pulled together enough yarns in this huge bag. I think she's got 15 colourways, 15 balls of yarn. I haven't got whole balls, so I've got quite a few extra, as well as the balls that were in that pattern pack. And they're all Stylecraft, DK, Stylecraft Special, Wendy Supreme, Life DK, all your usual acrylic and sometimes with a little bit of wool. And I started making my version of Attic 24 blanket. It's a 4-row repeat. I'm not following, she's releasing the sequence of her colours, which you can follow along with if you buy the kit, or you can do your own version. So I'm using my own colours, and as long as I've got a light background with a dark shell or a dark background with a light shell, I'm just virtually randomly picking out what I've got. So I've been doing a stripe or so of that of the evening. It's a single bed size. It's quite wide. So that will be nice to just potter along with and to get some of this yarn out of my stash. Also, in the blankets, our morning routine is at about 6 o'clock. We get up, one of us goes downstairs, lets the dogs out, makes a cup of tea, comes back upstairs, puts the blanket over the bed for the dogs. They all pile on. We have our cup of tea and we have an hour just sitting, chatting, doing the emails and things. So I've been trying to do socks in the morning, but sometimes with patterns it's a little bit complicated in the morning. But I remembered I had the domino blanket, which is very, very, very easy. So I've taken this upstairs and it sits by my bedside because I haven't touched it for so long. I bought this Southern Wool Show 2022 and it's not moving along fast. So I've taken it upstairs and I can do a square or two in the morning. That's how much I'd done. I think the last time I showed this to you, which is a long time ago, I'd done to this dark patch here. So I'm doing a couple of squares each morning. It's very simple. And because it is just one yarn ball, Serdar Jewel Spun in colour 842 Nordic Noir, because it's a colour change ball, it does all the work for you. It was a pattern that she had as a kit on her stand at the Southern Wool Show in several different colours, but yours one comes in lovely colours. I've only got a tiny picture to show you there. It's Knit One Knits domino blanket. Very, very easy to make. And it's for a lap size using 2 balls. But I wanted it slightly bigger, so I bought an extra ball from her. That's the amount of diamonds I'd need for a lap size. So I worked out how many I'd get out of one ball, and I added extra diamonds for an extra ball, just to get that little bit more space. So that's what I've been working on in the mornings, and that gives me my early morning hour knit. It's so easy, and it's actually growing, and I am so pleased to think of using that upstairs. We have our little natter in the morning about what we're going to be doing that day, and then I catch up with emails, and we do Wordle and things. Quite like a nice gentle start to the day. So I have the domino blanket underway. The Soulful Sierra is sort of on the sidelines, but it has had a few extra rows added. And I've also got the Canal Boat by Attic 24, using up yarn from my stash, which is fantastic. But that's 3 blankets, which don't actually count as whips. Blankets never count as whips, do they? No. Other things I've been doing, I've got a couple of socks underway. This is a Christmas tree shot sock, which came as a Christmas Eve box from Rosie's Moments. It's one of her giftables. I'm just about to unwrap a new gift in there. I think I've had a handmade button and a stitch marker appear so far. This yarn is very lovely, and the foot was doing so well. I haven't changed the amount of stitches in the leg at all, but it's starting to pull a little. And I can't say I'm a fan of that, and I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to stop it. But you can see the difference there between the foot, the heel I've put in, and the pulling there. But nobody's going to sit under my trousers. You can see the little Christmas trees in the pattern. And proceeds from this go to Médecins Sans Frontières. So it's a charity one as well, which is lovely. And I get all these little bits in the Christmas Eve box. There was some hot chocolate and some already made socks and a few other little gifty bits. So that was nice. And my car knit is another one of her giftables, which I've shown you before in this blue colourway. It was a random one I bought, and all I've done is cast on the cuff with that one so far. So there's not much to show you there. I have finished the first half of my land wrap blanket. Finally, it's on a holder cable. And it is that big. But this is only half. I've just started the second half. It started with a Latvian braid 3x1 tweed, Jack in the pulpit, another bit of sailor's rib at the top, and another Latvian braid. It's on a cable because I've got to repeat this on a new one, and then I Kitchener or 3 needle bind off the two together, so it'll be twice as long. And I'm looking forward to having this for the summer. It's a beautiful size, and it will wrap around when I'm sitting in the garden. So I'm going to get on with that, ready for the summer. I've just cast on, which is my head has just gone totally blank. It's an I-cord cast on. So it took ages to do 117 stitches because you're knitting 4 stitches to gain 1. But it does make a nice cast on. I've just started the next Latvian braid bit there. So that's underway. The worst bit is done. The I-cord is is done. That's underway. I'll be able to pick that one up. I do find I get into the rhythm of a little section, and it you know, you want to do that section and finish it. So hopefully this second half won't take quite as long, but I've got a lot of projects underway. I think that's everything I've done knit-wise. Yes, and I'm happy. I've got a couple of things underway, or planning a couple of things with my Advent. I've got to do a bit of experimenting first to see how it goes. And if I'm happy with it, I will let you know. If I'm not happy, I will pull back and start again. We'll see how that goes. Stitching, I did finish my Angels Among Us winter apron. Angelica's very happy to be all up to date. Snowman, tree, little house, moon stars. I've got the new parcel just arrived for the spring. Now, I'm not sure, every season so far she's had something to hold, and I'm not sure what to do for a winter thing to hold. So if you have any ideas, pop them in the comments below and I'll see what I can come up with. But she needs to hold something. She has a pumpkin for autumn. She had her little angel for Christmas. I think she needs to hold something for winter. I'd like her to hold something for each season. But she's happy, she's all up to date. And I will get on with her other apron soon. I did finish the Christmas cross stitch Advent. I've mounted it on a board, I mounted the backing on a board, and I've sandwiched the pom-pom trim between. So that can now go away. It was very, very simple when I got my head down to it. A lot of stop-start, as you can guess. I think what slowed me down was we were nearly at the end of the season for that seasonal. I just wanted to finish it, but it's done for next year. And talking of seasonals, I haven't got many little cross-stitch smalls for spring, but I thought I'd try and get ahead of the game. I had a look in my big folders and I found this one for a Brenda Gervais Love Note. So this one here, I thought I'd make for Valentine's, which of course comes before spring. And that's as far as I've got. I've done the printout. I won't show you because it is a pay-for pattern, but I always do a printout because my patterns get a bit messy with the dogs jumping on it and everything. I haven't used called for because I'm using stash. I've got plenty of even weaves and linens and fabrics. So this is a random, I think it's a 32 count cloth. And the colour I'm using is DMC 3777, which is a dark terracotta red, but it's the equivalent to Weeks Dye Works Lancaster red, which I think is a very beautiful old-fashioned kind of red. So I'll be doing a little bit of that in the evening when I sit down first thing. I do a little bit on that, a couple of thread needles worth, and then I do a little bit on the blanket, and then I can settle down anything else. I think that's all I've finished, Stitchy. Yes, I think I've done everything now. I was going to show you a couple of makes I did some years ago. We had a wonderful day in the garden yesterday. It was sunny and blue skies, and I had my little pixie here, Hannah, and we got the chainsaw out and loppers, and we cleared up all the damage done by Storm Burton, Storm Dara. Had a bonfire to get rid of all the debris, cleared a load of rubbish away, and just enjoyed ourselves in the bulbs coming up and all the snowdrops. It looks really lovely up there at the moment. There's a town not far from me called Shaftesbury, and they have the Snowdrop Festival. A few years ago they put together a big community event where they planted as many snowdrops as they could, so all the verges and all the roundabouts and the public spaces come alive with snowdrops every spring. And they have exhibitions, so you can enter the exhibitions providing your piece of work at that time was to do with snowdrops. I think they've broadened it to spring generally now, Dorset spring. So one of the first things I did, I've entered it about 5 times, I think. So several things have sold, but what I have left is this piece I did, which is a mixed media piece. It's on a canvas. It's a little watercolour I did, and I've waxed it, mounted it, stitched on it, added buttons and pieces. So that's a seasonal piece I did called Bright New Flower. I did lots of these little watercolours at the time and made a lot of them into cards, notebook cards, you know. And another piece I did, and this one won Visitor's Choice. And it's all stitched, and a piece of Wordsworth at the bottom there. I can see all the stitching. Machine stitched, then I stitched a snowdrop and added some paint. A nice long piece there. So yeah, those 2 pieces are in the Snowdrop Festival. That I still have, the only 2 that didn't sell, but I'm pleased to have them as part of my collection. And I think I have shown you everything. Time flies. I try and keep these quite concise, and I'm conscious of the fact that I don't like to waffle if I can help it. And I try to aim for half an hour. So I think I'm about there. If I do get to over the 1,000 subscribers, as I said, I will be doing a gifting. I'm not quite sure what yet. I'll pick some bits I've made and put them all together maybe. So if you do like and subscribe, I'll be very grateful, and hit the notifications bell. It's strange the statistics you can see on the back of YouTube. I will wait some time once I get over the 1,000 subscribers, because the numbers do fall a bit. But hopefully within the next month or so I might have a few, and I will start thinking of a few bits I can get together to say thank you to you all for wanting to spend your time with me. It's lovely to have you here. Don't forget, if you've got any ideas of what Angelica could be holding, I'll be grateful for some ideas. So I will now go and make some breakfast myself and another fresh cup of coffee, I'm feeling a bit parched now, and tidy up the usual debris from making one of these videos. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you again soon. Bye.